Hello, lovely people of Ghana. I welcome you all to TizzyDeModelShow. My name is NKTJ. That's Nana Kwame Tizzy Jr. Umukuma bit my from Nana and I say Tizzy Ebia Mejiso. We are proudly supported by Me Gorgeous Beauty Palace, located at Amekom, opposite Babayara Sports Stadium, in the same building with Pure FM. Me Gorgeous Beauty Palace, Etunto, in Kun Spray, in Wing, Osache Makeup, and then I will pay Uba Mr. Easy so that GH. Everyone will look so gorgeous. And next we are starting as to Me Gorgeous Beauty Palace, a shop. We are discussing things models must know and must do. My guest for today's show gonna educate us on that. Biomedical engineer, fitness blogger, fashion and fitness model, and also network marketer. I introduce Dela to you. Hello, Dela.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So Dela, tell us about your family, your name, your family background, your education background.
Okay. So my name is Delali Daniel.
Okay.
Let me start from tertiary. So I completed K University in 2016. And then I had my national service with the school as a teaching assistant.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm practicing as a biomedical field service engineer with a firm in Accra. And apart from that, I'm also a fitness and then a fashion model, and then also a fitness blogger. So I have my website that's darkfitness.com, and I'm also a network marketer.
So how did you start with this modeling thing?
Well, my sister is a fashion designer.
Oh, okay.
So when she started her fashion label, I was sort of modeling for her, but it wasn't on a big scale. It was just her and a couple of photo shoots and all that. So I've always had the intention of being on the runway or doing fashion modeling, but I had, because of education and all that, I didn't even have time to get it started. So like March, we're in 2019, right? So
yeah.
In March 2018, I decided to start runway shows. And I started with Kumasi Fashion Week, and then here we are now.
Okay.
So it's been like, say, how many months? Like 9 months.
You are doing good in the industry.
Well, that's not for me to say, but I think I'm doing okay.
Oh, you are doing good because you'll be traveling to Nigeria. Yeah, so you are doing good. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to our topic for the day. That's things models must do and must do. And please educate us.
All right. So let me start with this. Before I entered the industry, I didn't have so much idea of what to expect. And I think it's good that you are doing this, so at least someone who is interested in becoming a model would know like what to expect and what to do, what not to do, and all that. Yes. So to start off, most of the times when people hear modeling in Ghana, the first thing that comes to mind is runway. Like they think about it's all about runway, but that's not the case. So there are basically lots of different kinds of modeling. Each of them have their own specifications and their requirements before you can actually go into that.
Can you tell us some of the types?
Yes. Before you start modeling, you have to know the types of modeling that there are. So there is fashion modeling or editorial.
Oh, okay.
So these are models that you normally see on magazine covers or in magazines. Yes, doing editorial shoots and all that. And then we have runway modeling, which is the one that we are more familiar with on runway shows like Massive Fashion Week, like Ghanaian Fashion Week and all that. That's runway modeling. For example, for the editorial modeling, there are specific body requirements. Mostly for the females, it should be like 5'9" and higher. For the males, like 6 feet, 6'3", 6'2", yeah, onwards. So you have to have, for the male for instance, you have to have like a 32-inch waist, and then wear a coat size of, let's say, 40, 42, because all those clothes have already been made, so you have to be able to fit into them. So the designers don't make the clothes for you. They look for specific measurements to fit them into. So someone may want to be a model but may not be tall enough or may not have the specific measurements for being like a runway or a fashion model, and then will think that that's the end of the journey. But once you know all the different types of modeling that there are, you know that okay, you still have a chance in the industry. So apart from runway and fashion modeling, which is we are more open to, there is also commercial modeling.
Okay.
And this is not restricted to any size or height requirement. So this ranges from people who do arts for all kinds of product lines, Like we have someone advertising for, let's say, Benz, or like any product like here that we are, someone who does modeling for this product and all that. So it doesn't really have any specific measurement or specific requirement. Yes. So someone who doesn't fit the height or the size requirement could try out for commercial modeling. There's also something we call part modeling.
Part modeling.
Part modeling. So in that case, you are just modeling just part of your body.
Okay.
For example, those who sell shoes, you'd see some shoes ads that don't really feature the person's face, so it's just the legs.
Oh, okay.
So for that, you'd have to have nearly perfect leg. Or if it's jewelry, like you have the fingers, or if it's a neckline or something like that. So those are just parts of the body.
Okay.
So even if you don't have the height or requirement, you may have very nice feet, and you could just go into part modeling or nice fingers and all that. We also have people who do swimwear. Modeling. So those they also don't have very specific body measurements, because you could go for a little bit bigger person or slimmer person. It doesn't matter. It depends on who you are modeling for. Yes. So there's also swimwear. Yes. So these are a few of the different kinds of modeling that we have. So once you know all these, there's also one called fit modeling. So for that one, there are manufacturers that they make clothing in bulk and they ship it out. So let's say you're a size 12 and then you're going to buy something. Your expectation is that once you get there, it should fit you because it's 12.
Oh, okay.
So what these people do is that they have people that they fit this clothes on before they ship it out. So if they've done a batch and then they've sold it to a specific measurement, so they'll need a size 12 person to fit it on, and then be sure that okay, this is a size 12 clothes that we've made before they ship it out. So these people are mainly backstage, they don't really come out, so they're just there and fitting the clothes.
That one is different from the fitness model.
Yes, I was going to come to that. There's also fitness modeling, where there are basically two kinds of fitness modeling. So there are people who are toned, athletic, like a toned body. So these people are normally used to market fitness products or fitness campaigning or supplements or stuff like that. So yes, you can also go into fitness modeling if you have the kind of body that they want. That also has some specific requirements.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, these are the few. Yes. Mostly, I think that's all about the kinds of modeling that we have. So after you go through this and you find out which one that that is tailored to you, then you have to build a portfolio. Okay. So mainly what they look out for is a photograph of you, or a few photographs of you in and without makeup, like for the ladies mostly. So without makeup, you have to take a portrait, then with makeup too, so then they know what they can use it for. So after that, you have to try them. There are also two kinds of models. We have those who are represented by agencies, then we have freelance models. Personally, I'm a freelance model. Okay. I'm yet to sign on to an agency. So agencies, the work of agencies is to find jobs for their models. Okay. So you could have an agency that has like maybe 300 models, and then they would get like calls for jobs. So if, let's say, a company comes to them, okay, we need this kind of model for this kind of show or this kind of advert or this kind of commercial or whatever, they look through their models. Okay. They look at who would fit that role, then they send the person out. So it's a little bit easier finding jobs if you are with an agency. If you're a freelance model, you practically have to do all the job yourself. You have to look for a job, negotiate for how much you're going to get paid for, and all that. So it's a lot of work. Okay. But the agencies make that work a little bit easier for the model. So all you have to do is just build your portfolio. The agency finds work for you. You go do it, and then.
What if you are in an agency and you find the work yourself?
Okay, so there are people who are both freelance and I won't say freelance in agencies. So if you are in an agency and then you still chance upon something by yourself, of course.
I don't know payments, management.
Sometimes I think it depends on decision we'll be making.
Okay.
So there are people who maybe if you go to their IG pages, what I was saying, if anything for bookings and whatever, contact my manager.
Okay.
Someone would also put their own contacts there for you to directly message them or whatever. For some people, when they are dealing with agents, things are more transparent. But when they're dealing with you individually, they may try to cheat you a little bit.
Okay.
So to be on the safer side, you'd probably want to pass all your works through your agency or your manager to go on the safer side. If you feel confident enough that you can handle the financial aspect of it, you can go for it. And then once it doesn't pass through the agency, I think there are different arrangements when it comes to the financial aspect. Yes. Yes. So after you have an agency, basically, if you went for a fashion model or a fitness model, a runway model, per the requirements that you were picked for, you would have to maintain it. So if you have a 32-inch waist, you don't, at the better now waist are going 34, it's going to be a problem. So you have to maintain whatever measurement that you came in with, or in the range. Let's say you wear 40, size 40 blazer, and then next time they come for you, you are wearing 44 or 42. That means you're not going to be able to fit into the clothing. Yeah, so you have to keep up your measurement, and this involves discipline. So most of the times, your diet, you have to work out, you have to take good care of your skin. So you are always looking your best for any time that you have a program to do, or you have a show to do, or whatever. You have to just be on point all the time, all year through. Yes. So you have to be disciplined enough to be able to know what to eat, what not to eat. You have to invest some money into your looks. So good creams, well, anything that to keep yourself in top shape all the time, so that when they send you out for a job, at least you're not disappointed, or they are not disappointed by your looks. Yes. So yes, and then you have to be prepared to, well, mostly when someone hears that you're a model, they look at all the glitz, all the glamour, and then they think that you are in a lot of money. So you see people saying, oh, I saw you on Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. Ish, you are like so much money. Like, yeah, well. So you can't really say. But in Ghana here, or let's say in that part of the world, the expectations are high when it comes to aspiring models before they come to the industry. But once you come in, realize that things are not so good as it seemed from outside. So you have to prepare yourself for that eventuality. That before you become a top model or you break out in the industry, you may have to invest a little bit of money, be patient, and then see the process through. So it may not bring in money so fast as you would want, yes, but you will have to keep at it, and then eventually, if you break through, things will become better. I think in the US or something, models can earn as much as $100 an hour. So there are models that I read about that can earn about $10,000 in a day. Wow. In a day, yes. So that's the aspiration. That's not the entire picture that when it comes here. But you just have to keep at it, and then hope that you would get there one day. Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at Dela's pictures. Enjoy the next picture. We are proudly supported by Make Gorgeous Beauty Palace, located at Amecom, opposite Barbara Sports Stadium. Said them a no. Make Gorgeous into makeup, perfumes. Then out here, let me also draw your attention on the cycle 2 of the portrait reality show, which happened on the 12th January 2019 at Pentecost University. The time is 10 a.m. and the font is 20 cities. If you're an aspiring model or celebrity model and you want to participate on this reality show, you can contact them on 055 738 1770. Again, 055 738 1770. And I yes, soon official host for this reality show. Come on, you gotta enjoy this. So Dela, let's continue with what we're saying. So we are discussing things models must do and must know. So what's your experience you have had in this modeling industry?
Well, overall, it's been an interesting experience. There's been frustrations, there's been happy times, there's been some investment of funds and all that. But overall, it's been an interesting experience for me for these 9 months. Yes. So yeah, overall, it's been an interesting experience.
We are introducing you to the Celebrity Talk segment on TizzyDeModelShow today, and we're gonna put our guest on a hot seat. We're gonna show some few pictures of Ghanaian celebrities, and we're gonna ask our guests who's more fashionable. Starting with Kiri and Kwame Eugene. What's your take on Kiri and Kwame Eugene?
Who is more fashionable?
Yeah,
I would go for Kidi.
why?
Well, I personally like his style.
Okay.
For the couple of pictures I've seen of him on Instagram, I would go for him. Just let me get
Okay, so move on to Kim Promise and Coded for S4.
This is going to be a little controversial. I'm going to be a little controversial, but I would go for Kim Promise.
Why?
Well, I like his boots. I like what I like his footwear. Like it's unique.
Okay.
People may laugh, but to me it's unique. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, and how about Mr. Easy and Davido?
I'll go for Davido.
Whoa.
Yes. I'll go for Davido.
You're amazing.
Let me just say, this is a personal opinion, right? Yeah. So I also admire his style, how he dresses, and then I think fashion, or yes, being fashionable, people would interpret it differently. So something that would be fashionable to someone may not look so fashionable to another person. So I'll have my reason for going for him, but I would go for Davido.
Okay. Moving on to Stonebwoy and Shatawale.
Well, so this is really a hot seat. I think a lot of people agree with me if I go for Stonebwoy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. To me, he's more fashionable. Like there shouldn't be any argument on this.
Okay.
Yes, I'll go for Stonebwoy.
I get you. So move on to Fela Makafui and Deborah Vanessa.
Why are you guys doing this? Okay, and so I'll go for Deborah Vanessa.
Is it because she's a model?
No, well, nowadays everyone's a model. So no, not necessarily because she's a model, but if you are judging from pictures she takes and then what she wears to events, I would go for her because, for example, I think I met her at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and for the days that she came, everything was just on point.
Okay. Mami Sewa and Ya Jackson.
Well, I don't know Ya Jackson so much, so yes, I'll go for Mami Sewa.
Nana Abba, Anamoa, and Sandra and Kobia.
I'll go for Nana Abba. Yes.
Why?
Well, I like what she wears, and yeah, let me just keep it there. I like the stuff she wears, so to me, it's more fashionable. Yes, I think she wears.
Adina and Miss V.
This will be tough. Personally, I'm an Adina fan. I don't see so much of. Well, let me see. What should I go for? Okay, let me go for Miss V.
Miss V.
Yes. Miss V, yes. Even though I'm an Adina fan, I'll go for Miss V when it comes to fashion.
Can you give us your link up handles?
My handle is Dak_Dela, Dak DAK_DELA on Instagram, and on Facebook. The name is Amevialo Dela Daniel. So it's AMEVIALOR Dela and then Daniel on Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
On Twitter, it is Dak Fitness at Dak Fitness. Yes.
Okay, Dela, thank you very much for being on TizzyDeModelShow. We look forward to you again. We talk more.
I've been looking forward to that.
Let's move on to our best model picture of the week. And our best model picture of the week is Efya. Yeah, Efya, congratulations for winning our best model picture of the week. Why don't you subscribe to our YouTube channel, TizzyDeModelShow, Facebook and Instagram, TizzyDeModelShow. My name is NKTJ. That's Nana Kwame, Tizzy Jr. Bye.